BGR strong. Come on now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Getting fast. All right, we'll pick that up in a minute. How we doing today? And just a quick recap. We've gone through many of these points, but I believe we have 14 or 15 videos now on the half marathon training playlist in preparation for Jersey City, New Jersey on April 13th. 15 videos, they're accumulating. So if you haven't seen them and you just are, maybe you're ready a year from now. You want to race a half marathon on the roads, or maybe it's in the fall and I'm not your coach, but you're just looking for insights and ideas. I would just invite you to go check out that playlist because I lay out what I'm about to go over right now. First of all, selecting your distance, all right? A half marathon. Selecting your race, which is point 2, but point 2B is the date of the race, which impacts, of course, the length of the training block. All right, that's point number 2. Point number 3, once you figure out the race and the length of the training block, that will help you. All right, I'll grab it now. That will help you determine your volume, okay? Here's the good old green poster board, okay? So peaking out at 110. We are now in week 11. Oh my goodness, so exciting. 85 miles this week. So we're up at 110. So what is it? Am I doing the math? 10, 25 miles less than the peak volume this week. Oh, it feels so good, everybody. All right, we'll come back to that in a minute. And then your workouts, which is what we're talking about today. I'm gonna share with you my favorite half marathon workouts, AKA interval sessions, all right, depending on how you wanna phrase it. And then last but not least will be the taper process, which we will make another vlog here in about, all right, we're basically in about 12 to 13 days. I'll make another vlog about what I do for tapering, for peaking at the right time for a peak race, which is what we're doing for Jersey City. So actually, let's do it right now. Question of the day: what are your favorite interval sessions or workouts in preparation for specifically a road half marathon? Mine are pretty simple. If you've been following along on Strava, you know what I've been doing, all right? So here we go. A ladder workout, all right? I'll just put this is what it looks like, all right? There it is, all right? And I'll come back to it in a minute. So a ladder workout, threshold workouts, 6 of them, all right? Come back to that. Mile repeats, all right? We had a nice old vlog, was it yesterday or the day before? 6 by 1 mile at altitude, solid day, come back to that. And then last but not least, interesting, I prefer this probably because I'm a Colorado native, uphill half mile repeats, half mile, which we have not done yet. So I will do that in about 10 days. All right, so uphill, now not crazy uphill, but about 4, 5, 6% grade on a paved road, okay? And then a jog back to the start, half mile, okay? I'm a big fan of leg strength. Definitely for mountain running. You know me in the summertime, it's all about that leg strength, but also for road racing so you can persevere through the last 3 miles of your half marathon race or the last 6 miles of your marathon race, all right? It's that leg strength when everything else is telling you to stop, when your brain is screaming at you, you can lean in. So not only the hill repeats are, should I say, no, I'm gonna do it right now. So the last shall be first. The last training interval work that I like to do for a half marathon, the last workout is uphill, half mile repeats, 6 of them. All right, if I'm feeling good, 8. If I'm not feeling so good, 4. Okay, 6 of them. Pretty much, not max effort, but pretty darn close to max effort, and then a jog back to the start. Again, for that leg strength, not just physically, but also right up here in the noggin. When you get to mile 8, 9, 10 in your half marathon, and everything starts telling you to shut down and everything's starting to bark at you, you can lean into the strength, the physical strength, the anatomical strength, but also what you did up here saying, not only did I do half mile repeats on the track, I actually did them on an uphill section on a road somewhere. You got to find it. I know where I'm going to do mine here in about 10 days. So you might have to seek out the right place, do it in a safe place. So the last workout that I love to do in preparation for a half marathon race. Okay, jumping back to the top, ladder workout, very simple. There it is again on your screen. It's really just an introduction, but so it's a 100-meter jog in between each interval. And by the end, you're working. And it's not easy at the top of the ladder. So we've done 2 so far in this training block, getting ready for Jersey City. Thresholds, you know me. If I was a coach, my athletes would do thresholds quite often. All right. So at the second half, again, here's the. I don't do thresholds the entire training block. I don't do interval training sessions the entire training block. Instead, I like to build my aerobic base in the first 60% of the training block. Okay. So up, hold, and then boom, week 10. Threshold number 1. So we are now in real time. I have done 4. So I've done a 4 mile, 5 mile, 6 mile, 7 mile. Tomorrow is the 5th threshold. So for me, and to calculate, I made a vlog all about this, but I'll just repeat it really quick. Take your 5K time, get the average mile pace, and then add about 20 to 30 seconds, roughly, to your average mile pace for your 5K PR, and then that's how you calculate roughly your threshold pace. And so for me, it's that 5:15 to 5:20 a mile. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow, 8 miles. And then next week, week number 12, we will do 1 more. All right, there they are again on your screen. I could go on and on. Ladder, thresholds, mile repeats, I guess I'll come back to that, mile repeats, and then half mile hill repeats, okay? Those are my workouts to prepare to PR. All right, that's the goal in Jersey City, to PR for a half marathon. Now, one more point. So the first, for the mile repeats, 6 by 1 mile was a couple days ago with 2 minutes rest, okay? 6 by 1 mile with 2 minutes rest. Next week, I'm going to do 10 by 1 mile with 2 minutes rest. Okay, I just want to be very clear and very precise and very just putting it out there. Like, that's what I do. That's how I train. And quick stories from Buena Vista, beautiful Buena Vista. My high school cross country coach getting ready for a 5K. Not for a half marathon, but we would do 7 by 1 mile. I don't know why it was 7 exactly. It was at 8,000 feet. 7. I wish I had. Actually, I do have them. Oh, they're buried. My old training logs. I wish I had, like, what times was I running in BV as a 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old. It's 7 on dirt, 7 on the cross country course. Anyway, fascinating to think about that. But then I transitioned. So I prefer mile repeats for half marathon and marathon training, whereas in Boulder, Colorado, at CU, when I was in college, beautiful Boulder, we would do 1K repeats, more so in preparation for, 3Ks on the track, 5Ks on the track, but then cross country, 10Ks, we would do K repeats. We would do, I think we maxed out at about 10 to 12 K repeats, so 1K. But for me, what I have found, and this is where you just got to dial in your training and think and, and test and tinker every training block. For the half and the full marathon, I prefer that extra 600 meters to really, frankly, dig deep and get into that pain cave. Like, here's footage from the first 6 by 1 mile a couple days ago, and I was digging. But if I would have been doing 1K repeats, I wouldn't say it would have been easy, but it would have felt much, much different anaerobically, and also as far as lactate building up in the body, in the bloodstream, and frankly, in the legs. That barking feeling. And so I like pushing from a K repeat workout for 5Ks and 10Ks on the roads to 1 mile repeats for half marathons and marathons. Capiche? I'm going to stop there. I know that was a lot, but I just wanted to lay it out there. That is my recipe for workouts in preparation for a road half marathon. Comment of the day goes out to Maurice really quickly because this connects to everything. Hey Seth, I had that issue today where I was shooting for 10K intervals that felt impossible in the wind. So I pivoted to the treadmill. Any reason you didn't do that? And then he says, feel like the path is a better / more race specific stimulus. Maurice, great question. Thank you for the comment. The only reason I did it outside rather than on a treadmill is because I love being outside. I love being in the outdoors. I love the wind in my face. I just love the pound in the pavement.
Come on.
I love it. Versus, yeah, don't get me wrong, treadmills they have their place, but it's really just like what lights your fire inside. For me, it's running outside. I've run on a treadmill once in the last decade. I remember I was on vacation and I just decided to go to a treadmill and I said, oh, never again. Anyway, Maurice, you get the comment of the day. Maurice, if you see this and you watch this, shoot me an email and I'll send you some merch from the DeMoor store. All right? Love you. Onward we go. It's looking good. It's coming into form and we got, basically a little over 3 weeks until race day in New Jersey. All right, we'll toss it to the half marathon training playlist right here. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other.